for sure.
Oh no.
But we'll see what PSG are going to bring. But I'm curious, on, especially with the Renata in the mix here, like, talk me through the DFM composition. Like, how do you go about playing the game? Because it feels like they don't have that much engage outside of the root comp.
No, it definitely feels a little bit more like a counter-engage focused team comp. I guess in a sense you can say that it will be relatively short range with Junjia and Yubao needing to go flying in to kind of the back line. And with the Renata ult, you can kind of shoot that over the top. It's a very telegraphed engage in a lot of ways from Yubao. If you see this claw coming in, you can then be ready to press your R, and as soon as she actually takes it, you finish that off. And then it kind of blocks the follow-up from coming through. Maybe Lissandra's stranded in your team, and you kind of focus her down. It also did require a little bit more engage for their team because they were a little low on engage. Renata, she's very difficult if you're just supposed to shoot that out blindly.
Everything, I think, just rocking and rolling for them. DFM, though, we want to see proactivity. We want to see them making things happen. And Harp was absolutely on it with the Thresh in game number 1. I want to see those handshakes out from his Renata. I want to see that same skill shot accuracy.
Yeah, it was definitely the best performing member of DFM. I think you can make that case. All of the good plays that the team had kind of came off the back of his hooks. He almost got them that mid-game team fight before the side of PSG turned it around. So definitely had my eye on him, especially on such a huge playmaking champion like the Renata. Here we see already some early invade by Junjia. Pretty much blind. I'm not sure if they had any vision down. It doesn't look like it. So going in just knowing that Steel is going to be starting up on the top side there.
Yeah, I don't know if he somehow discerned this based on do it through priority, figuring out when your opponent is going to reset. Woody channeling his inner light year here as he finds Hart with a hook, but the handshake turning it around, and Yutpon still full HP. This could be a disaster as Yutpon trying to chase for more, still has the flash available. Ghost channeled away as he's getting the damage onto Woody. Can they finish it? Yes, they can. Yutpon with first blood.
Woody hooks Harp underneath the turret, but that is not the threat there, and Yutpon takes that moment where there's no longer any threat available to dash in and find first blood in a long chase down.
You gotta believe somebody poisoned the water hole or something there. And apologize to Adja if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I believe it is pronounced Adja, but you know, my weak English tongue cannot maintain it. Woody knocked up here. He's gonna be caught out, and with no flash available, you gotta believe it's another pick for DFM. This is what we wanted to see. This is the pace we wanted.
Yeah, DFM being much more aggressive this time around, finding angles. We'll see if Toll's in trouble here, though he should be able to just hop over the wall to steal, maybe, if he's got it up.
Good looking for a fight, honestly. Steel's just over the wall. The all-out comes out from Toll 2. Junja not quite on the right side of the wall, forced to ult himself as Harp has moved on over as well. The knockback onto Adja. Oh, the hostile takeover doesn't quite connect, but Toltu does not care about that one. Steel finds yet another kill, and this is a snowball that has begun to roll. Wants to find a hook for himself. It's going to be a full-on 4v4 as Yubao enters the fray as well. Junja, is he trying to go for a steal as the all-in comes out? That's a nice little Moonlight Vigil as well. Woody in the middle of everything. Steel low on HP. Dragon gets low, but Steel grabs it. No, in fact, it was Udapon to finish the job. Gets a kill for himself as well. Looking for more as he dives over the wall. Wacko flashed on. And now Adja in a 1v1 with Serie. I don't think he can win that one. It's a double for Udapon.
On this far side of the play, though, Steel and Arya got dropped. I believe it was Yubao picking one of those up. We'll see now the teleport out.
The chicken's trying to punish.
Able to survive there. Ends up being a very scrappy fight. Like you said, the Udapon of all people securing the dragon, but very clean mechanics. Nice backstep there.
Being channeled as Herald is dropped in the mid lane.
Oh boy.
Feels like we're posturing for a fight here, Mark.
Yes, sir. You can see Aja coming in the backside, wants to get an ult and knock people into the turret.
This could be massive if he can find Udapon. Steel flashes away. Udapon knocked up, knocked back. The rest of the team can't follow up though, because Toll too, making him pay the toll on the backside of the play. Woody next to go down as Arya gets the resets, and suddenly PSG are torn asunder.
PSG tried to make that play happen. We all saw it coming, but they did not coordinate it quite well enough, and DFM were able to absorb that pressure, turn that fight around, find 3 kills, mid lane turret with the Rift Herald down, and at perfect timing, the Baron spawns at the very end of that fight. DFM are going to try and force this one down. We'll see if PSG can stop it.
They don't want to let it go for free. Aja in the area. Yubao moving towards the bottom side, actually. I don't think there's a contest here at all. This is Baron, taken by DFM, showing up in game 2.
DFM already showing the benefits of the new format for MM. On the side of PSG to poke that one off. I feel like that's where sometimes people tunnel on what it can prevent without realizing what's up.
Cyclone comes in, Arya over the wall as well. Adja just caught in the middle of everyone, tries to escape, and Almost does, but taken down in the end. And DFM continue to push forwards. Baron in pocket, 5 members strong in the mid lane. It's Toll 2, might have gone too deep for this one. They've run out of minions as well. He's knocked up, he's under the tower, but the all-out pulls him out to safety and flips the play on its head. DFM are looking good.
Hell of a game 2 by Toll 2 here, already 2-0-4. Nice CS lead for himself, baiting the rest of PSG in, finding that kill, not able to grab the inhibitor turret on the tail end of it, but falling back to Dragon, grabbing their second of the game, and a much larger gold lead, up to 8,000, a nice 3,500 gold Baron buff power play.
And again, like
you're the best team in your region, you kind of default win your lanes, and people don't play you quite normally, and you're able to kind of scale. And DFM, I think, respected PSG a little bit too much in game 1, and in game 2, forcing a lot more often.
TV coming out from DFM here as they want to try and find the fight, and they might have just found it as well. Wako taken down by Arya, who finds the backline and finds those charms, finds the resets, finds everything for DFM.
DFM punish and collapse so quickly. This is one of the things that they are incredible at, is the angles of playmaking. They can come from all over the map. The teleport coming in there from Arya, finding Wako on the backside of that fight, able to finish him off, does give them the path to grab this mid lane inhibitor turret. We'll see how far they want to go here.
Oh, a knockback as well. This could be the snowball. A pick onto Yubao as the tower is taken down. Yubao with the double Zonyas keeps himself alive for a little bit longer. Not long enough as he's taken down. It won't be the end of the game, but it will be a mid lane inhib.
Mid lane inhib taken for free, basically a minute before Baron is back alive, so all the summoners and
fights as well, when everything is set up on your terms, you can see just free fires away during all of this chaos.
Yeah, I thought for sure that this was not going to develop into a fight, but the overchase here by Junjia, wanting to get on top of Steel, not knowing that Harp was sitting on the backside of that brush, and then the teleport in from Arya was instantaneous, ready to immediately follow up on that team and find all those extra kills. Just the coordination by DFM there, and the creativity. You have to ult over the wall, and I thought for sure this is where Toll 2 is just going to ult someone right back to the rest of the team, but instead kind of slow played that fight, gave PSG the window to get out. Now that's a lot of ultimates down for the side of DFM.
We got a pincer play coming through. DFM ready. The Berserk actually keeps him walking away. Aja locked up in the team, flashes out to safety. Toll 2 locked up as Wako is firing away, flashes into the play, and the follow-ups there from PSG. Aja now denying Toll 2, knocks him up and takes him out as Junja getting resets in the backside of the play. And PSG, against all odds, find their mark.
PSG absorbed the engage by DFM, kited out, and Wako sees his moment to flash in with a monstrous Aphelios ultimate there, finishing off multiple members of DFM and buying PSG their foothold back into this game. Gonna grab a Baron on the tail end of that fight.
Look, PSG say you can take one Mountain Drake. You cannot take our Baron.
Oh man, you can see here Harp just doesn't quite angle the ultimate far enough back to catch people with the slow from the Everfrost. Like you said, only Aji there getting knocked, Berserk, he's still going to run backwards. And then here, they're just kind of getting pelted by Wako, who finally sees his opportunity to flash ult, Gale Force in, Q spam them. Insane play by Wako there, seeing his angle and forcing the rest of DFM back, getting them low, allowing Junjia to start picking up resets as well. Super clean fight there for PSG after we saw that flood kind of engage out of DFM.
Yeah, faces lighting up there. Getting started, and we might just have a 50-50 on our hands. Steel,
yeah, we're gonna flip it.
He's gonna need to live up to his name here. The Everfrosts come on through, but it's a fight instead as Toll 2's on the backside, but Wako just shredding through his health bar instead. It's a good charm from Arya, but it's not good enough. So we do find the kill onto Toll 2, and now we reset back onto Drake once more. Steel in the pit here. Junja turns gold, and Steel has to try and make the magic happen, but the smite's there for Junja. It's Soul as Wako charging into the backside. He's got a million shurikens and a dream of a victory as Arya falls. Looking for more onto Steel and Harp. They flee for their lives as another goes to Wako. And PSG, you can just never count them out.
We said we saw it coming. PSG there find the monstrous Soul Point fight, able to absorb the initial engage by DFM there, and then Wako on the back end of that fight, just obliterating Toll 2 and then charging into the front side of it with so many chakrams stacked up.
And I feel like we've been talking about this slow, steady gameplay from PSG in general. I feel like that fight was a slow, steady fight. They read the situation. Pressure is on here, and it feels like PSG are in the driver's seat. DFM are trying to answer as Tol2 just jumps into the middle of everyone. Wako still untouched, and Tol2's almost down, but the Cyclone does manage to get onto the team. It's a GA out from Steel, but Wako's still alive, taken down on the backside. Arya trying to keep himself alive. The Cyclone causing chaos. Unicorn's still going as Arja tries to shut him down, but it feels like DFM slowly winning the battle of attrition. Junja wants the resets, but denied as Tol2 will fall. It's absolute carnage on the Rift, but it's DFM that are the kings of chaos. It's DFM that come out on top.
DFN win the fight 3-5 right now. Gonna miss the charm. Should find this kill into Aji in a second here. The question is, are they able to end? 30 seconds before Wako and Woody are back alive. Doesn't look like that's gonna be on the table. We'll see if they just grab this soul point and then reset for Baron. Crazy, crazy fight there as DFM all in onto Wako, knowing they had to finish him off and just barely landed the last auto attack by Udapon, I think it was, that found that kill.
Absolute insanity in the fight. The gold's still barely different between the teams. It will be an Elder Dragon taken by DFM. Let's go again and try and break down some of this chaos.
Yeah, you know that the threat is Wako, so they're willing to all in on top of him. You can see Tol2 charging in there, a nice follow-up by Steel, landing the knock-up, the WE in combo, and then Unipon has hopped the wall. Arya has used all his alt charges to charge forward into that fight, knowing he's going to get low, but that last attack by Unipon, finishing him off, making them commit more resources. He will drop as well, but not after they've gotten so much AoE damage out that the biggest carries are already down. And then this last charm that Arya's going to land is absolutely huge. I don't know if we'll have time to get through the rest of this team fight because we're already onto the Baron now for the side of PSG.
No time for team fighting. Elder is in play for DFM. This is bold from PSG to try and go for the Baron. Junja actually ults over the wall to take the objective. Arya is off on the side in the meantime in a 1v3. The Elder burn, and Woody's taken out of the picture. What a play from Arya.
Very heads-up play by Arya there, knowing the rest of the team can't get in time to contest the Baron. Instead, waits on the exit path to try and land.
To keep themselves in the series after a heartbreaker of a mid-game, after a monumental early game, perhaps this is enough for them to take PSG out and push us to game number 3. Junja on the front line will be taken down. Big damage coming across the team as Wako wide on his ultimate, but the Gale Force is there.
He's
Steel
alive.
will fall. It's 1-for-1 between the teams, and Wako wants a little bit more.
Wako wants a little bit more. They do find the kill onto Steel. They did end up dropping him there, so now it's a 4v3. Both junglers down. Woody back alive. This is getting very scary for DFM.
Man, Wako is a living turret. DFM can't even go close to the guy without getting shredded. Arya ults over the wall. Wako trying to clear the wave as fast as possible, but it's Woody caught out again as Tol2 dives under the tower, answers with his own life, and again, 1-for-1.
This is absolute insanity. The fact that you saw Tol2 trying to charge into Wako, who was still at full health, setting the team up hopefully, but he ends up dropping support for top laner.
This team, if he's got Infernum on, like, this is dangerous territory. Keep your eyes on what Harp's bringing to the table. He's rooked by Yubao, though, to start this fight off, and already Yubao using his ultimate. Junja has to just abandon his mid laner. They're trying to trade for Tol2, but in the meantime, Yubao's going to go down. DFM starts strong, but Tol2 does go down, and now the follow-up from Wako as well. The Moonlight Vigil onto Harp, but they don't have the damage to finish the kills off. Charm goes wide, and PSG try and make a play for the mid lane.
Top for mid, both 80 carries alive right now. Tol2 buying space for his team, overextended a little bit, and Harp again not quite able to land a huge hostile takeover. Tagged some members of PSG on the back end, but not the Aphelios. The hook lands!
It's the real one this time, a huge hook from Woody. Steel, half HP, has the GA to work with. The cask not enough. The shield
Ignite
saves the play, and Steel somehow gets away with the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, but he doesn't have enough time to go back to base to heal, so he's trying to lifesteal a little bit off these jungle camps before, because the Elder Dragon has respawned.
Half health on the Elder already. They do this so fast with red and white weapons for Wako. Junja needs to find his smite. Steel could live up to his name here as Aja over the wall. Steel found alone. The clone goes down. The knockup is there. GA procced. This could be it for PSG as Steel found wanting and taken down. Arya next to try and save his jungler, but Wako flashes after him. The Calibrum not quite there to finish the job, but Udapon left alone. And suddenly nowhere to go. Udapon will go down, and PSG take their Elder as their reward.
PSG in the tensest of moments, finding ways to play these fights out. Steel not having time to heal after a monster hook by Woody forced him low. That was the impetus for that whole situation. And now with the Elder on, looks like they're going to try and end. Easy cleanse there by Wako.
Ult comes across the team, but it's not enough. Yubao charging forwards. And with Elder, you've got to believe that this is it, unless some kind of miracle can save DFM. as the PCS show up to MSI once again with great expectations and a great reality. PSG go 2-0 in their first game. They wipe DFM despite a tough early game, and they show us why they must be feared.
PSG in the opening match of MSI 2023 find a 2-0 victory over DFM. Doing it both ways. Game one, absolute